Oxygen traffic, Trike 364 is departing runway 4 to the west. Nope, I'm sorry, to the east. Oxygen.
Oxygen traffic, ski 52, upwind, runway 4, touching to go, oxygen.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oxygen traffic, ski 52, turning left, crosswind, touching to go, runway 4, oxygen.
Oxygen traffic on 3121 will be entering on the left boundary runway 5 in about 2 minutes. When the traffic up the crosswind inside will be behind you. Oxygen traffic.
There's Bobby, you see her down there?
And oxygen traffic with ski 52.
Look over on this side.
Down with runway 4.
See her?
Yeah, there it is. See.
Hey Lance, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
How bad is it if Anton goes overtime on night PIC?
I've been watching TV.
It just depends on how, as long as it's not too.
What's that?
Been watching TV about coverage from satellites, and this looks like some of the stuff they've been showing. The changes in the direction and darkness and lightness of the desert.
Yeah. Oh, for the turbulence?
A little bit.
Yeah. Are you cold?
A little bit. Not bad.
Now, are your hands cold?
No, just my neck.
Just your neck? Let me see if I slow down a little bit and see if I can.
That's okay. Not hurting.
Yeah, you keep talking to me, okay? And
Okay.
tell me how you're feeling, and let me know how you're doing.
Okay, well, I'm enjoying looking down and seeing the different kinds of motor homes and stuff people brought out here
Yeah.
to set up camp.
Let me tell you a good story, okay?
Okay.
When I first started flying trikes with passengers, I had this guy that signed up and wanted to go for a flight, so I took him up and I was talking to him, and I was showing him the differences between airspeed and ground speed, and you know, my computer up here and how it works, and having a good time talking to him, and interesting, and I let him take the plane and fly it a little bit, showed him how to do that, and he flew it. And we came back to the airport, and his wife handed him an envelope, and in the envelope he said, "Jim, can I sign an autograph picture for you?" And I said, "Sure." And I didn't know what he had, and I didn't want to say, "No, who are you?" So he just he took this picture out, and he signed it, and he didn't let me see it. And then he turned it around and handed it to me. The guy's name is Gene Quist, and he's one of the crew members for the SR-71. He was a backseater for the SR-71. Had 600 hours.
Wow.
In the SR-71.
I flew with a fellow by the name of Hagen, who was the radar bombardier on my crew while I was the navigator. And then he transferred over, got into the SR-71 program.
Yep.
And that was when I moved up to the bombardier myself. But I never flew in the 71, but he came up to Grand Forks, which is where I was at.
Yeah.
And they came, landed, did a demo takeoff for the bunches of crew members out there. And that was some airplane. Amazing speed and capability.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe it. And here he was, he didn't tell me one time that, he knew what airspeed was. I said, "You dog, you. Here I am talking about ground speed and stuff, and you're flying Mach 3.
At about 80,000 plus.
Yeah. He said he did one trip. It took him 9 hours. He flew from Beale, is where they were based out of. He flew from Beale all the way to Spain and back again in 9 hours.
Wow.
He said what he used to do is they gave him, or what they used to eat is astronaut food in the tubes. And he'd open the tubes up and he'd hold them up against the windows because it was so hot outside, the friction was so much it would heat up their food by holding it up to the windows.
I'll be darned. Yeah, I know the way the thing was put together was kind of like with super glue. Same kind of idea. Speed and altitude made it hard.
It used to leak fuel while it was on the ground. And they take off with just enough fuel to get up into the air.
Then refuel.
And then refuel because it was just too much. You doing okay cold-wise?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
I've decided I don't want to try to fly
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable with that right now.
You're uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable with flying it.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to show you something you've probably never seen before. Normally what I do is I try and set it up as a little surprise, but I'm gonna let you see it ahead of time. Look out over here to the right.
Oh yeah, the hole in the ground.
Yeah, that's a big hole in the ground. Wait till we get over close to it. You'll be amazed at how that is. What I typically do, or what I like to do, is fly along out here, but I get on the other side of the hole, and I make my passengers look to the left and make them focus and concentrate on the left-hand side, and I can sneak up on that side, and I say, look over there. And they, oh my God, look at that.
Now is this that highway that goes by the airport?
No, that one's over there.
Oh, okay. In my training program, I used to come down here and do training in Tucson. So I made quite a few trips down, back and forth.
On 10?
Yeah.
There's 10 out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that hole is getting more impressive.
I'll go by this way and we'll circle around it. Hopefully it's not too bumpy over there. This thing here has its own environment, its own atmosphere. I'll come by early in the morning and it'll be covered with fog. And then sometimes flying by here it'll be real nice and smooth. And then I get over close to it, and boy, it just starts beating me up and pushing me around, and from all the thermals and stuff coming out of it.
Yeah. Oh boy, that really does go very impressive.
You see the water down below is
oh yeah.
It's a real copper blue. You know how the copper, well, copper is sort of bluish color,
yeah,
the water.
When it oxidizes.
Yeah, that's what it is right there.
Yeah, I used to, on flights when I was in training out of Mayfair Air Force Base, we used to fly up over Crater Lake and then back down to California. And looking down into that was always impressive too.
Yeah. There's an airplane out there.
Oh yeah.
It'll clear up here in a minute.
Dug a few ditches trying to figure out where they were going to do this, it looks like.
Well, you know what's interesting is look at that tailings pond over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's not a weed on top of it. Not a weed. And it's amazing that this thing's been abandoned or decommissioned or whatever 20 years, and there's not a weed that grows on top of that over there.
Soil is not productive.
Not anymore. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Now, if your hands by chance get cold, put them behind my back and between the seat.
I've got them in a good place.
Okay.
Lots of digging and piling.
What's that?
Digging and piling of dirt.
Yeah. There's another airplane there. See him?
I don't see him yet.
Right over here.
Oh, there I see him. Do you have an altitude limitation you have to stay at?
I did, well, yeah, the FAA says I can't fly over 10,000 feet. But the sectionals and all the FAA rules are is if there's nothing below me, then I can fly as low as I want to go.
Uh-huh.
Technically, I'm supposed to be 500 feet above any person, place, or thing, and 1,000 feet over any congested area. But if there's nothing out here, the regulations say I can be as low as I need to be or as low as I want to go if I'm taking off or landing safely, or in case of an emergency or something. So, but that's what makes this airplane so much more interesting. Is it flies low and slow, very nice, and when you're flying low and slow, you get to see things that you wouldn't be able to see normally, you know?
Yeah, I had a buddy from training at Mather that flew a little Cessna out of his girlfriend's home, and he loved to fly it right off the fence post. And he took me for a ride one day, and I thought, man, this he's learning to navigate when he should be learning to fly a jet or something. But I found out later he became a forward air controller in the Cessnas over in Vietnam.
Wow.
And because he didn't mind flying right down on the treetops.
I found out an interesting thing too. You know these guys that fight these fires?
Yeah.
That fly